My name is Ira Mont. I'm a 60-year-old lifelong resident of Brooklyn, New York, and I'm a Broadway stage manager. A stage manager in live theater is the person responsible for facilitating and culminating all of the work of the show. We are we're like the chief operations officer. We are responsible for maintaining the plots and scripts that lay out what has to happen in the show. We do scheduling. We help guide the rehearsals. We sometimes run the rehearsals, especially once a show has opened, and we're there to train understudies and replacements. We facilitate communication between all the departments. And there's always going to be a stage manager calling the show. And what that means is you are saying the cues to the different operators that are doing the different things. The first Broadway show I ever saw was the original Jesus Christ Superstar at the Mark Hellinger Theater in 1972, and saw a lot of theater, saw a lot of Broadway theater as a kid, and then as a young adult, as a teenager, just a lot of Broadway, one of the benefits of living in New York. Started doing theater right away. I was in acting classes, I did school plays, I went to a theatrical summer camp. I always wanted to be an actor my whole life, from the time I was 3 years old into my 20s. That's what I wanted to do. It was the life I pursued. Just was drawn to it, and that's what I wanted to do. And I enjoyed doing it. I thought I was good at it. I was told I was good at it. I think I was probably okay at it, pretty good at it. Yes, I went to Frenchwood's Festival of the Performing Arts, a well-known theatrical, a very well-rounded summer camp in Hancock, New York. I went from 1975 to 1983, but it is really where I got a really strong foundation between summer camp and high school, Edward R. Murrow High School in Brooklyn, New York. Between those two is really where I got the foundation of what it meant to be in the theater, how to be an actor, and all the other things it took, the technical side, what it meant to paint sets and hang lights. We did lots of shows. There were 3 sessions and there were lots of shows done. I learned how to do Gilbert and Sullivan. I became a fan of Gilbert and Sullivan operettas. I always played the role that sang the patter song. All of my best friends, my closest friends in life, are from summer camp. Yeah, camp was fun. Hanging out and during the year seeing those friends. That was the basis of my life. Did shows at school. My summer camp friends would come to see the shows at school, but camp was a very big influence on who I am as a person. I was always an organized person. I was a nosy person. I wanted to understand how everything worked, and I wanted to be involved in things. I understood what stage management was, and I easily fell into it, although it wasn't what I was pursuing. Friends would ask me to light their showcases or stage manage their cabarets, and then some people just started asking me to stage manage things, and that just rolled into, oh, I guess I'm stage managing now instead of pursuing an acting career. I then stage managed this showcase and then another showcase, which is a one-act festival, and then I just started stage managing. Just kind of happened. My Broadway career, I feel like I established in the mid-90s. Your mom was on the road as the PSM, the production stage manager of the National Tour of Cats. We both felt like our careers were established. And it's a good life. It's a different life. We work nights and weekends. Our children both suffer and benefit from that life and that schedule. The weekend is from Sunday evening to Tuesday. Lots of soccer matches missed and baths not given, but you try to attend the important things and be there. And there are perks, getting to meet a lot of interesting people who will talk with you and give you advice, and the opportunity to see a lot of shows. So it was a good life. Is a good life. We're almost done with the career, not with life. That's going to last for a while, but we're winding down. I love the run of a show. I enjoy rehearsals. I enjoy tech. I enjoy the prep, but I like running a show because there's a responsibility to keep the show going, to keep it fresh and alive and looking and feeling the way it did on opening night for the audiences that come. It's always different. You're doing understudy rehearsals. There are press events. People are in and out, so there are understudies and covers on any given night. Shows run long enough that people come and go, they leave, so you put in replacement actors. So it's never the same. So I enjoy the run. That's the thing I like the most. Everybody who helps to make theater happen is important, is vital. You can't have, you can't have theater as we know it without the writer or the director, choreographer, or everybody is vital. Even the ushers who are seating people are vital to get the audience in safely, quickly, answer the questions. But where in the hierarchy do stage managers fall? Pretty high up, because they know so much of what's going on. They have a connection with all the people that are doing those jobs. And functionally, they are facilitating the actual operation of the performance. And that is the product. That is the thing that all the work that is happening before, during, after, behind the scenes, on stage, all of it is to make that 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours happen. And stage managers are absolutely integral to making that happen. We're doing things differently now because the world is a different and better place in that we're watching and paying more attention to the things that are happening. And so I came up in a world and exist as a stage manager where I believe everyone should feel free to come to me about anything and everything, and I will do anything and everything to help to solve almost anything. We now live in a time where stage managers still do that to a degree, but other forces need to come into play. The employers, the producers, the managers, the theater companies, they have to take on a little more responsibility. And so learning that new methodology of as a stage manager, maybe I shouldn't solve it. I should just point them into a direction of who can help them. So those kinds of things have changed. Theater's still theater. You're still putting on a play. At the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're telling a story.